Hello K-pop lovers, welcome back to the Taehyung News channel. In the midst of a world that never truly quiets, a small moment suddenly swelled into a tidal wave. A moment that at first seemed simple, a single announcement, a first pitch, became a new chapter in a story we have followed for so long. The story of a man named Kim Taehyung, known to us as V of BTS. This story did not arrive with dramatic music or blinding spotlights. It came quietly, like a long, slow breath. Yet its tremor was enough to set many things in motion. When Taehyung's name was announced as the pitcher who would throw the first pitch at the Los Angeles Dodgers game, the initial reaction felt different than usual. There was no manufactured roar. There was a brief hush in the air, then an outpouring of feeling from fans who had waited, from reporters who saw a story, and from the curious public. Within minutes, screens across American television focused on him. Taehyung's name climbed to the top of the trends. But that was only the beginning. Behind the shine of the headlines, there were subtler, far more meaningful things unfolding. Imagine the stadium, not just green grass and white lines, but stands full of color, light sticks pulsing softly like the heartbeats of millions of fans, and small banners waiting to be lifted. Armies arrived not only with wonder, but with a readiness to give. Promotional tickets for the event sold out in an instant. The digital message boards for the announced date were fully booked. People rearranged shifts, planned trips, left routines to be part of something that felt larger than themselves. They came not to make a fuss, but to stand together, in silence, in support. Amid that crowd, the most touching realization was that this event did not revolve solely around a celebrity in uniform. All proceeds from the promotional ticket sales and the message boards would be donated to the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation. When I read that, a hollow space in my chest filled with something like awe. Not because of the numbers or publicity, but because Taehyung's small act connected two worlds. The music stage that has long been his home, and a local community in need of real attention. On one side, there was a global idol. On the other, children in Los Angeles who would feel the tangible effects of that donation, access to education, healthcare, homelessness assistance. In that quiet, Taehyung bridged them. American media reaction was not merely sensational. There was sincere praise about how kindness can be expressed without fanfare, about how a celebrity can use influence to spark hope. Words like global icon and a face that unites cultures appeared in news columns, but more important was how those words were felt on the ground. Fans present did more than take photos. They sang, they chanted Taehyung's name in tones that were calm yet profound, as if engraving a moment that didn't need excessive cheers to become eternal. In Korea, the atmosphere was similar. Korean media described Taehyung as something like a cultural diplomat, someone who, without political jargon, can build bridges between two countries through warmth and entertainment. Street interviews, national TV snippets, comments from entertainment analysts, everyone tried to make sense of what had just happened. But beneath the analysts' words was a simple pride that someone from a small country on the map could stand on an apparently foreign stage and become a connector. That was not mere prestige. It was recognition of ART's ability to touch and mend. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, the stadium instantly felt like a second home. Light sticks glowed, Dodgers-themed outfits blended with BTS colors, and fans' voices filled the air with songs that were not entirely unlike concert chants. Some fans even brought simple handwritten banners with warm messages, words that didn't need big headlines, just sincere expressions of love. Among them were people who came alone, families who came together, and those who traveled from distant continents. These small stories, of journeys, of waiting, of the gaze when Taehyung walked onto the field, made the moment feel deeply human. On camera, Taehyung was understated. The Dodgers uniform fit him, but what captured attention wasn't the outfit, it was a small gesture, an effortless smile, a brief nod to the crowd, a greeting that seemed to say, "I am here with you." No excessive words, just a quiet, meaningful action. When the ball left his hand for the first time, there was applause, yes, but more than that, an indescribable sense of emotion. For many fans, it was proof that someone they admired chose to share the spotlight for a greater good. The impact didn't stop at the stadium. Within hours, hashtags related to Taehyung and the Dodgers topped trends across countries. Special edition jerseys and collaborative merchandise sold out. But it wasn't the sales figures that made this phenomenon compelling, it was the collective statement. Fans wanted to be part of change. When reports stated that promotional ticket revenue would support social programs, the fans' pride deepened into a sense of connection. Many wrote on social media that their love for BTS had translated into real-world action. Some comments echoed the sentiment, not just showbiz. This brings hope. Major sponsors and sports brands quickly turned their attention as well. Talks of potential partnerships emerged, but what moved the public more was how the sports institution responded. The Dodgers, a widely recognized club, decided to present Taehyung with a special plaque, an honor usually reserved for athletes or prominent civic figures. That was not mere formality. It was an acknowledgement that an artist's contribution can be on par with professional athletic achievement. MLB commentators, who typically speak in technical game terms, called Taehyung a symbol of the intersection between pop culture and sports, a new wave bringing a different energy to the field. Beyond the glossy headlines, there were small, warm stories. A mother in the stands shed tears when Taehyung waved. A teenager traveling alone for the first time felt as if they had found a new community. A group of university students hosting a watch party saw attendance skyrocket. In Seoul, Tokyo, Paris, Jakarta, wherever armies gather, people met to sing, to share quiet tears of joy, and to feel the same bond. The sense that a small thing could become a turning point. Entertainment analysts predict this moment opens new doors. Collaboration between K-pop and international sports may no longer be mere gimmick. When an idol brings fans from across continents to a stadium, when donations help local communities, when marketing models become more humane, these show new possibilities. We may see other K-pop artists follow this path. Perhaps larger changes lie ahead. But more important than predictions is the fact that this phenomenon led to concrete social impact. Fan reactions were varied. Some wrote long posts on blogs and social media about how this moment strengthened their convictions. Others uploaded short clips of Taehyung's pitch. Many simply wrote "thank you." A common theme emerged, the universal idea that love for an artist can become real action to help others. Among those comments, a new awareness took hold. Fandom is not just about collecting memorabilia. Fandom can also give back when guided by sincere intent. Not everything was seamless, though. Skeptical voices questioned motives and long-term effects. Some asked whether this would be a fleeting trend or a lasting cultural shift. Such criticism is natural. Every large phenomenon attracts diverse perspectives. Yet among doubts, there were concrete signs. Donations reached the foundation, children gained access to new programs, and communities experienced visible benefits. That was not merely a promise. It was action. As night fell and the stadium slowly emptied, a lingering quiet remained. The big screen still showed little clips. Fans walked slowly through the surrounding streets, sharing their stories. Some lingered in nearby cafes, discussing what they had witnessed. In that silence, a deeper conversation took place about identity, about the responsibilities of celebrities, about how entertainment can meet humanity. Through a simple step, Taehyung had placed those questions before the public. This story is not over. New collaborations, partnership offers, and ongoing critiques will continue to surround it. But what I want to emphasize is one simple thing. Moments like this give us a chance to look beyond the glitter of headlines. They remind us that behind big names, there are choices to use influence for good. When that choice is made from the heart, its impact can touch many. Before I close the script, I want to invite you, loyal viewers of Taehyung News, to reflect for a moment. What does a moment like this mean to you? Is it merely entertainment, or a call to do more good? What concrete steps can fandom take to keep supporting communities, not only celebrating the artist, but also helping others? Write your thoughts in the comments. Share your experiences if you attended the stadium, or how you celebrated this moment from afar. We want to hear your voices, because every fan story is part of the larger narrative. Thank you for listening quietly. Don't forget to like if this script touched your heart, and subscribe for future updates, because this journey is far from over, and we will keep following each chapter together. See you in the next video, and please take care of your heart.